posture is Warrior 3, otherwise known as Virabhadrasana C or Virabhadrasana 3. So we'll work from the simplest variation up to the most advanced. And you see that she has both of her hands on the blocks. When you do that, you want to make sure the wrists are right below the shoulders. So I'm just going to scoot these back a little bit. And the arms are straight as long as you're not hyperextending through the elbows. You don't need to micro bend. But the palm is straight down on the block. The leg lifts, and immediately the hip is going to want to open up. But Warrior 3 has square hips. So a really nice adjust here is to dorsiflex the foot and to press into the side of your hip. And this gives them the feeling that they have a wall to press into, and that feels really, really good for them and really supportive. So I really like this assist, and you just want to make sure that the toes are pointing down towards the ground. So then they find some nice activation there. From here, you have the adductors and the hamstrings and glutes working here in this pose to keep the leg lifted. So let's switch sides. Give her that support again. This is a fully supported Virabhadrasana 3 in the legs. And the standing leg can either be straight or a slight micro bend, depending if you're hyperextending or if it's just your preference. So this is a really good position to start everyone at, because from here you can begin to advance. So one of those advancements might be to bring your hands onto the hips. So now we're coming into the balance aspect of the posture. As the chest lifts up towards the hips, we start to engage through the back body. Another option might be to bring the hands in prayer position. Another option would be to bring the hands behind you towards the hips. Last option might be to bring your arms forward. Just going to switch legs for this one. Arms forward. This is probably the most challenging aspect of Virabhadrasana 3. I could also stand here for an assist, and I can say press down into my hands, and that will help give her some nice support here. And you want one nice long line from fingertips to heel. And let's bring that leg down, arms down. There's also many other variations here that you can use with the hands. So you can interlace the hands behind you and come into Warrior 3. So let's stabilize here in this position and see if that's easier. And you might not come into this posture from the ground. You may come into it from a crescent lunge with your hands behind your back, for example. Or maybe even eagle arms as a variation. Keep lifting the chest. We really want to find shoulder-hip alignment here. So the upper body is like an upward dog. And that's the action there. All right, so that's Virabhadrasana C, Warrior 3, and its variations.